Hey, it's Sean Havens with the Benefit Haven. I want to do a quick video as a follow-up to the annuity concepts and just to let you know how some of the intricacies work of the rollovers. And I know so many agents that I've worked with in the past have a hard time understanding or grasping this, the 1035 or the qualified rollover. So before I get into it, make sure you're subscribing to our channel, guys, and giving us a thumbs up if you like the content. We'll go ahead and bring you some more. Comment down below and we'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. So let's get into it. So a 1035 exchange, the difference in that and a qualified rollover. So you have non-qualified money and you have qualified money. And the difference is, so non-qualified money, think about it, is it's not qualified to be taxed. Qualified money is it's qualified to be taxed. So all of your retirement accounts are qualified money, right? So your IRAs are going to be qualified money. So they're gonna pay tax on that. It's grown tax deferred for all these years. They've never paid taxes on that money. Okay, but you can also have some non-qualified accounts be tax deferred as well, which means that they're going to be taxed when you take them out, but it's still considered non-qualified money. So for example, let's say a cash value in a life insurance policy. So that's going to be a 1035 exchange. You cannot put qualified money into a life insurance policy. So let's go with an annuity. Okay, you have an annuity. So you're going to either have a qualified annuity or a non-qualified annuity. Now that's the type of account it is. What it's actually invested in is where everybody gets confused. Because when agents call me and they ask me, what is it, they have a qualified, what is that invested in? Well, that's the type of account it is. So you have a qualified account that could be in mutual funds. It could be in a CD. It could be in gold and silver. It could be in annuities. So either one could be in any of those type of accounts or investments. Okay, so we're going to specifically talk about annuities though. So if you're seeing a 1035 or you're seeing a qualified annuity, that means that it's still qualified to be taxed. That means that you have to, if you're going to move any money, that it has to go into a qualified account. Okay, so let's say you see an IRA account. You're going to have to make sure, or a 401k, that you have to move into an IRA. You can do that. So somebody's retiring and they're moving a 401k into an IRA, that's qualified money. You can do that with an annuity. All you have to do is do a qualified rollover. It's a non-taxable event. So that money essentially just goes from one hand, wherever it's at in the 401k, and it goes into the IRA or a qualified annuity that you have. So that is now a qualified annuity. Okay, so the type of account is qualified and it's invested, or the contract is an annuity. Okay, not an investment. The contracts are annuities or contracts on investments. So you can do it also in a non-qualified account as well. So non-qualified is, let's say somebody takes $50,000 and they want to put it into an annuity from their bank account. That is non-qualified money. So if it's a non-qualified account, that means it's already been taxed. However, if it's been in an annuity and you want to move that money, that's tax deferred. So that's where 1035 exchanges come in. So you can move money from an annuity, a non-qualified annuity, into another annuity. Let's say it's an old one, it's been there for 20 years, and you want to move it into a new one because you're going to give them a premium bonus or a higher rate of return. Great, so you're going to do a 1035 exchange. So they're not paying taxes on all of that money that they've earned all these years. It's been deferred. So you want to do a non-taxable 1035 exchange, moving all that money. So if there's $200,000 in that annuity now, the whole $200,000 will go into the new annuity as a 1035 exchange. So it's a non-taxable event. Not to say that that interest that they've accrued is not taxable. It's only taxable when they take it out. But this eliminates them having to stay stuck in a 20-year-old annuity that maybe isn't as good as the new ones on the market. So that's how you can do that. So when you're going through the application, a 1035 exchange is for non-qualified funds, and a qualified rollover is going to be for qualified funds. Even if it's a Roth, you're still going to do a qualified rollover because it's still a retirement account. Okay, so that's how those work. You have to make sure that you do that right. And even with the qualified accounts, if they were to get the check or have it sent to them, they have to reinvest that within 60 days. That's the law as it stands. So as long as they reinvest that money, the whole thing, to the penny. They have to reinvest the whole thing back into the qualified plan, and then it becomes a non-taxable event. So they still have the entire amount. So if they were to move a qualified account before age 59 and a half, okay, and they didn't reinvest that, then they're going to not only be hit with the taxes, but also a penalty. So you don't want that to happen. So make sure you're doing a qualified rollover, getting it back into that account, or a 1035 exchange to save your clients on those taxes, right? Plus, you want to send the application in good order. So if you put the wrong one, then it's going to mess up the paperwork and it's going to take longer. So the better you can do your paperwork in the very beginning with your annuity, the faster the process is going to go. And after we write an application, the time is always working against us because your clients want to have that right away. So if you're going to stretch this out into 4, 6, 8 weeks, then you're going to start having a problem with your client. Okay, so make sure your paperwork's in good order. 1035 exchange for non-qualified accounts, a qualified rollover for your IRAs and your qualified money. Make sure you're doing that. So it's not as hard as it may seem. Okay, but once you do it a few times, then you'll get it down. Okay, so this is an extension of what we did before, because I talked about just sending in a check because they have money in the account, in the bank account. But now if we're going to do a rollover, then we have to make sure that these things are in line, so that it's going from the company that it's with to now the company that you're putting it with. Okay, so those are 1035 exchange qualified rollovers for annuities. Make sure you're doing those, and don't think that it's daunting. Don't think that it's a big deal. Just go out there and do it. If you have any questions, that's what our membership is for. All right, so make sure you're getting on our Facebook group, getting it in the Mentor Haven, the VIP membership that we have at thebenefithaven.com. Be in there. Get all this information. Get more. You have access to me and answering questions to other agents around the country. So you want to make sure that you have somebody behind you and a wealth of knowledge that brings value to your business, so that you're not leaving business on the table, okay, and walking away just because you don't know how to do something. You would leave thousands and thousands of dollars on the table by doing that, okay? Not to mention our marketing program to get in front of more people. The more people you talk to about annuities, the better off you're going to be, the more you're going to write, the more money you're going to make. All right, so I'm going to stop this here, but hopefully this was informative and helpful to you guys. You got some value out of it, and be looking out for our next videos, and I'll see you then.